Hi! Hi YouTube. Welcome back. I want to talk about my Vanda Sansai blue. I've been meaning to make a video of it. And yeah, here she is. We don't know, is she a Vanda in a pot? Or is she my Vanda tree? Anyways, I call her my Vanda tree. Do not listen to anyone about you must be experienced to have a Vanda. It's too cold for a Vanda in the West. No way. At first, I don't know, I guess at first I was like, no, I'd never own a Vanda because I'd never make it flower and would not be happy here and blah, 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 blah. But I was like, one day, screw this. You know, I love the flowers. I just love the foliage. And like the Sansai blue is like a purple, but like I think a royal purple, royal blue. But basically, I was told a Vanda that has leaves and that a Vanda that is receiving enough light will flower and have beautiful leaves. The leaves that are there, the foliage, they are doing great. And the Vandas that don't will lose its leaves. Well, it's losing it because of natural causes. I don't think it's losing it because of lights. I have it in a south-facing window with a lot of light. These are the enormous roots right here, which I spray. And then the flower spikes come out and they're produced at the upper part of the stem every third leaf or so. So here's the old flower spike. So you go 1, 2, 3 is the old one, and then 1, 2, 3. There's my new one, and then it'll bloom here, and then 1, 2, 3. This would be the next flower spike station. It's a monopodials with strapped leaves. The flower spikes are usually a pattern, which I explained about every 3 leaves or so. Vandas are very high light lovers. So upstairs I have a south facing window directly above this south facing window where I have majority of my orchids. In my bedroom I have like a cubbyhole area where I have all my orchid seedlings and that is a really extremely high light south window. And so basically when she's out of flower she goes up there, when she's in flower she comes down here. But it's a good place to have her if you're just in a rancher. Just find your south window and, like I said, filter. I use a very sheer curtain, and like I got this for like $2. Like it was super cheap, like raw sale. Now I'm gonna talk about my Vanda like so neatly. She said, called her Vanda in a pot. Mine is in a pot. It rests in a pot. So, and then I also have Spanish moss. But here's the roots, and you can see the original little basket in there, which does not hold it, so I don't even bother. But I just basically take this and I spray soak it 3 times a day. I'm lazy water, like Bill, so sometimes it doesn't get that. So if I'm not doing that, once a day in a bucket of water that comes right up to here. And I just let it sit there and soak. And then the Spanish moss, I find, will keep it a little bit wetter, a little bit longer. Sorry, I'm just trying to let you Guys, look at the Spanish moss. I was trying to show. Okay, so this is how I knew when the Spanish moss has enough water. So just watch it now. You see how it turns green? It's more greener here. Okay, so when it's solid green, it'll be happy. And then these roots, right? Obviously, they'll green. And then what I do is I use this every time. And then I use the Schultz, the 15, 30 something, and then 20 something every once a month. But this is what I use every watering. And for 900 milliliters, so like right there, I just pick this dropper and I drop a quarter of the dropper in. I don't actually sit there and count the drops. And it seems to work. My Vanda has bloomed and has lived well for me. It really is what you make it. And any comments that you could leave me about your care for your Vanda, but she's happy. She loves it. And let me show you her home. So she's a Vanda in a pot. This is her home. These are like flat stones that you can get at the river. In my case, there's a construction site down the road and they're just getting rid of them. They broke the road up and there's tons of flat rocks, so I've been collecting them. And then this I just got at the nursery, and I just basically lazy days, fill it full of water, except for 30 minutes, dump it out. Otherwise, when it's sitting there, we'll put Vanda in a pot back home. And then she just kind of sits right on there, so she kind of empties and drips whatever she needs to drip, and then she's sitting there completely happy. And then here she is. It's like really rainy and groggy. Also, the cattleyas seem to have fun, but they're just as happy. And she's been blooming for about 2 months. Isn't that gorgeous? The roll wings. It's like a bird, a dove. With this, it's like being in like fairy tale land. Anyways, yeah, that's my care for my Vanda tree. Anyways, thanks for watching and take care. Bye.